Trying moments on the West Park Tollway and a Katy man, land a Katy man in jail. Take a look. Investigators say that it all started with an apparent road rage incident and ended with one driver shooting at the other car involved. That driver was arrested, but tonight the man he shot at says he's afraid. He spoke to KPRC2's Bryce Newberry. Bryce.
Keith, the suspect in this road rage shooting spent the week in jail, but tonight records show he has bonded out. And after an already very scary situation on the roads, the victim in this case says he is fearful for his life, knowing the suspect will be back on the streets. It all started with a Ford truck speeding up behind Chris Harkler Road as he drove westbound on the West Park Tollway.
I seen him approaching pretty fast in the rearview mirror, and I tried to get over, but traffic was all around.
What felt like long moments turned tense as video shows the truck driver swerving between lanes, trying to get around other cars.
Somebody could have been killed. I could have been killed.
He cut across traffic to get out of the way, but the driver of the truck followed, speeding ahead of him and blocking a lane of the exit ramp. The driver gets out of the truck and fires his gun 4 times at Harkler Road's Tesla that caught the whole incident on camera. All of it in a matter of 3 minutes.
If that window film and that laminated glass hadn't stopped that bullet, the trajectory of that bullet would have hit me in the head.
Precinct 5 deputy constables arrested the suspect, 32-year-old James Anthony Young. He made his first court appearance on the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon charge Tuesday, when a magistrate judge set his bond at $100,000. But the next day, Harris County District Court Judge Jason Luong dropped Young's bond to $25,000. Now 5 days after he shot up Harkler Road's car, Young is free on bond.
Somebody can go open fire on an innocent civilian and then be back out on the street in less than a week on a $25,000 bond.
He's now scared, worried about his life and his family's, and any others who end up in Young's path of anger.
We're not going to be able to sleep at night knowing that he's loose.
And the constable's office suggests that drivers not respond to other aggressive drivers, avoid eye contact and offensive hand gestures, and also steer clear of honking at other drivers to avoid similar road rage situations. The suspect in this case is not due back in court until December. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Bryce Newberry, KPRC 2 News.
So unbelievable and senseless. Bryce, thank you.
There's always two sides to every story.
This first story has a lot of people talking. We showed you video last week of a man shooting at a Tesla driver in a road rage incident. Now that man says the other driver should also be charged.
Yeah, the dueling accusations involve new video we've obtained from a different perspective that we want to show you. Our Maya Shea spoke to that man already facing charges. She's joining us live here tonight with his account of what happened. And Maya, what are you making out of all of this?
Well, it seems like there's a lot of blame to go around, but what rises up to the issue of criminal charges, that is the difference in debate. One man already charged. He's already going to the courthouse, going through the system. He says the other man also bears some of the blame, but the district attorney disagrees. Watch this video. The Tesla brake checks repeatedly while James Young was driving behind him, and his wife is on the passenger side with her cell phone recording.
And he was in a very fast vehicle. He could have hit the gas and went and parked and waited for the police like he reported he did, but he did not. He chose to continue to provoke us.
That provocation led to this, Young getting out of his car with a gun and firing into the Tesla. Last week, he was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and the driver of the Tesla, Chris Harkler, said he's the victim.
I tried to flee the situation by taking the next exit, but unfortunately he was able to maneuver and get onto the same exit, and at that point he pinned me on the exit ramp and proceeded to get out of his truck, point a gun at my windshield, and just started opening fire as I passed him.
But today, community activists stood by Young and presented the second video, demanding that Harkler also face criminal charges.
There should not have been just one arrest. It should have been 2. Accountability breeds responsibility. You want to hold this man accountable for what he did, but let's look at the big picture.
But the district attorney's office disagreed, saying in part in a statement, it is never acceptable to settle a traffic dispute with a gun. Based on the evidence presented to prosecutors, the defendant was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Prosecutors determined there was insufficient evidence for additional criminal charges against anyone else in this matter. Young supporters say they'll keep the pressure on.
We need to get all of the evidence and review it.
Yeah, if you are a supporter of Young, you're going to keep pushing for charges. And if you're a supporter of Herkerod, you're saying, hey, the bad guy's already been charged and we'll just see you in court. So both sides feel like they're in the right. And that is why a court will make that ultimate decision.